Hey guys, this is Basil from BCB TV. Hope you all are having a nice day. I just wanted to add a little thing today about soccer. We talk about basketball, football on this channel a lot, so I just wanted to add some soccer stuff because I'm very interested in soccer, and I just wanted to add a little commentary on it. So today I just want to talk about, with the ending of the transfer window, I just wanted to talk about the winners and losers of the winter transfer window for the top 5 leagues in Europe. So I just wanted to roll through them, really, just talk about some of the 3 winners that I listed and some more losers that I listed. So first winner, obviously, I think anybody can get this. I think the clear winner from this transfer window was my team, Arsenal. We're talking about a team who was seriously slipping up the past couple of weeks, has gotten many losses, has just lost to Swansea of all teams, after losing to Bournemouth. This is a team that's seriously slipping, and they got the reinforcements that they needed to get up and pick themselves up again. We're talking about Gabon striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He is one of the most prolific scorers in the past couple seasons for the Bundesliga, and everybody's talking about, but he has attitude issues. He's not going to be fully committed. He has attitude issues because he was in Borussia Dortmund and wanted to leave. He doesn't have attitude issues about everything. He just wanted to get out of there, clearly. Nobody really knows why, but he clearly wanted to leave. Maybe he wanted to for a bigger setting, like exactly what the Premier League is for him over the Bundesliga. Bundesliga, we're talking about what? 4 above average teams, and everybody else just really low. And I think that I know that the Barclays Premier League is a better challenge for him, and that's why he wanted to come. He will not have attitude issues over here. And linking up with him, obviously, Henrik Mkhitaryan. So the one piece that they did lose in that deal was Alexis Sanchez. And don't get me wrong, Alexis Sanchez was an amazing player for Arsenal. He was clearly way better than Mesut Ozil. I don't know why people are saying Mesut Ozil was a better player over his years. Alexis Sanchez was so creative, not always. He was always in an attacking mood, but he wasn't always fully committed. But when he did have the ball in his hands, he could do amazing things with it. And that's why he was our top scorer over the past couple seasons. And to lose him is a big loss. I get that. But he was going to leave either way. At the end of this transfer window, he was going to leave. He was not going to stay with Arsenal. Mesut Ozil, different deal. Got him back, $350,000 a week. That's just crazy now that I really say it out loud. But $350,000 a week deal. They got him back. I think he was always going to stay. I don't think there was ever any speculation on it. But Alexis Sanchez, he was going to leave. So why not do something and get something for him? And that's exactly what Arsenal did. I would have liked to see some money in this deal on the Manchester United side, like Henrik Mkhitaryan and 10-15 million pounds. But I mean, you do what you can get. And I think Henrik Mkhitaryan is a fantastic player for this team because he was completely restrained at Man United. The first couple games he played, he recorded 5 assists in 3 games, something like that. He had an amazing output. And right when they started restricting him, they pushed Lukaku up. They gave Pogba came back. Everybody started, it's not that everybody wasn't doing their thing before, but that he wasn't as much as the focal point as he was before. He started dropping assists. He started his performance started dropping. That's when they moved him to the bench, and that's when he stopped performing well. But when he is given that chance to be one of the sole creators on a team, he can deliver, clearly just as evidenced by his debut Arsenal performance. 3 assists, a hat-trick of assists. And although one of them was offsides to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, it was cool. Aubameyang scored, it was offsides, but it counts. So that's all that matters. So Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang, they did lose Sanchez, and then also Walcott for 20 million. People are saying that's a bargain. I honestly don't think that's much of a bargain. I think that was a fair price for him. Maybe a little low, but he wasn't that great. He could barely do anything towards the end of the season. He scored. He has 100 goals for Arsenal, but that's only because he played so many games for Arsenal. That's why. He's been there since he was a teen. Like, it's not like he was a prolific goal scorer. He's just been so long that he's gotten to the century mark. He was not good. He couldn't score. He couldn't be a wing. He couldn't be a striker. I mean, 20 million is honestly a decent recoup for him. Olivier Giroud, not as happy with that. 15 million was just, oh my god, that was the biggest bargain of the transfer window for Chelsea. They got a dub. Coquelin also, I think that was a good to get him out. He was completely useless. Didn't need him at all. Always made mistakes. Always slid in when he didn't need to. He was a not terrible player. He was just a below average player, and he was not worth it. And to get him off to Valencia was perfect. And as I was saying, Olivier Giroud, bargain. Let's move on to Chelsea as my second winner. Chelsea did a fantastic job in this transfer window. They not only got... Okay, I would take that back. I don't think they did a fantastic job in this transfer window, but they did what they had to do. They got Olivier Giroud for a complete bargain. 15 million was for one of the most tactically efficient players. I think he scored the most goals in time, efficiently in time, behind only Sergio Aguero in the past 2 seasons. But that was the steal for Chelsea, definitely. They needed help with Alvaro Morata, injured all the time, and not much depth behind him. So they did lose Diego Costa, and that was a big loss because I'm going to say it was a big loss because it is Diego Costa. He's an amazing player, one of the best players. If he was there, he would be the best striker in the Premier League. Well, okay, we'll say top 3 striker in the Premier League. But he had to go because he doesn't mesh with Conte. Honestly, if Conte gets fired after the season, they're going to regret this big time. But and if they bring in somebody who Costa would do well with, they would regret this. But they had to do what they had to do. Barkley, I don't think Barkley is anything, honestly. I think he's a complete bust. He doesn't do anything. He was terrible in Everton when he played. I don't know why. He has some potential, I guess, from his early years, but honestly, I don't see him turning out into anything. And 15 million was acceptable, I guess, but also there's reports that there's a 7 million add-on fee for his agent, which would make it 22 million, which doesn't sound as good as initially does. They did what they had to do. But next, I would say a winner as Borussia. Borussia was the one who got the Chelsea loanee, Michy Batshuayi. And they did get rid of Aubameyang, but they got a decent fee for it. 55 million is a very good fee for somebody who was clearly disturbed and was not going to stay much longer, was just going to keep on getting annoyed, wasn't in form, refused to practice. It's a good fee. Mark Bartra, they sold him for a little bit too cheap. I don't know about that, but they did get Michy Batshuayi, who I think is honestly, I've always thought this. I thought he was a steal when Chelsea got him, and I don't know why they didn't play him more. I thought he was a very good player at Marseille, and I thought he could have been. I thought if they developed him, if they loaned him to Newcastle or Bournemouth or some low-end club, Swansea City, he could have been something special. But they did loan him to Borussia Dortmund, and now he has a chance to do something more. And you could tell it when he got amazing debut, 2 goals and assists. And I think he'll keep on improving. But yeah, those are my 3 big winners. If I had to add anybody else, it would be Tottenham, who got Lucas Moura for 20 million. That was a clear dub. Lucas Moura is a player who can do very well in the right scenario. PSG did not use him well and didn't even use him enough. And I think he should be worth at least 35 to 40 million. He's a very good player, and I think they will be happy with it because they need somebody now that Lamela is always injured, and Son is also injured sometimes too. And a little small winner too, Man United for getting Alexi for just Henry Mkhitaryan when they weren't even using Henry Mkhitaryan in the first place. I think that was a dub too. That was a nice play on Man United's part. So that's it for the winners.